Hello everyone, today we will analyze the Green Initiative case using the Ethical Decision-Making Framework. Lena, a business development officer, faces an ethical challenge involving transparency, integrity, and corporate influence. By applying this framework, we can find practical solutions to workplace dilemmas and understand how ethical reasoning guides professional decisions. Step 1: Understanding the facts. The Green Initiative employs Lena as one of its staff members to advance sustainable agriculture practices through their nonprofit work. The hiring process underwent changes through which new team members now emerge exclusively from personal connections with senior leaders, while creating uncertainty about fair choice. The Green Initiative operates under the power of its most prominent supporter, EcoGrow Ltd. The Green Initiative followed its organic farming mission through inception, but its recent workshops now promote chemical-based fertilizers from EcoGrow against its initial principles. The current branding appears prominently throughout all promotional content while its decisions influence choices at every organizational level. Lena must decide whether to revise funding proposals as requested by her supervisor Rami, who wants to minimize the prominence of EcoGrow as fertilizers. He claims that changing the proposal for funding support requires this symbolic revision only. Lena has a demanding choice because she must decide between following orders, speaking up within the organization, and reporting the issue externally. Step 2: Identifying the ethical issues. The scenario contains multiple ethical points of concern because the situation demands that Lena consider whether she should mislead donors about organization operations to get financial support. The increased power of EcoGrow threatens to divert the Green Initiative from its original environmental purposes. Lena needs to assess the impact of her actions on local farmers, her organization, and her broader community members. The principal matter of ethics asks whether monetary need provides enough reason to lie about stakeholder information. Step 3: Identifying stakeholders. The main stakeholders in the situation include Lena and EcoGrow Ltd, alongside the Green Initiative's leadership and local farmers. She must evaluate this ethical situation together with her responsibility in making decisions. EcoGrow Ltd provides essential backing to the organization, yet this arrangement could contradict its fundamental goals. Organizational leadership at the Green Initiative establishes the company's path and core values. EcoGrow Ltd's clients depend on the organization for agricultural advice, causing potential fertilizer oversight because it provides non-organic options. New hires within the organization may be unknowingly contributing to ethical breaches. The Ministry of Labor functions as a regulatory authority because it monitors ethical standards and sector transparency. Step 4: Considering the alternatives. Lena has three main options: remain silent and comply. She could adjust the proposal as requested, ensuring funding continues but compromising ethical integrity. Raise concerns internally. She could discuss the issue with Rami and senior leadership, advocating for transparency and alignment with the organization's core values. Or escalate the issue externally. If internal discussions fail, she could report her concerns to a regulatory body or publicly expose the ethical considerations. Each option carries risks and potential consequences, which must be evaluated carefully. Step 5: Evaluating alternatives using ethical theories. The evaluation process of alternatives now employs ethical theories as part of Step 5. According to Aristotle's virtue ethics, the main focus is developing character and integrity. During the evaluation, Lena should use her honesty and bravery to raise concerns inside the company because this represents the most ethical alternative. Kant's deontology depends on universal ethical principles that comply with duties. Misleading stakeholders remains morally incorrect since the choice's eventual result fails to alter this ethical violation. Kant would select escalating the concern externally as the preferred course of action following the failure of internal efforts. According to utilitarianism, through the lens of Mill, one should work towards the highest level of general welfare. The decision to stay quiet would substantially damage farmers and sustainability, so Lena needs to speak out against the modifications. The selected plan consists of first discussing internally, followed by external escalation only when all other options fail. The ethical assessment shows that internal concerns should be brought forward initially, yet preparations for external interventions should be made whenever appropriate. Step 6. Making a decision. Lina should use a combination of ethical guidelines and practical considerations to take the following series of actions. The first step should involve discussing the threat of misleading data with Rami through a presentation explaining the importance of organizational integrity and the dangers of misrepresentation. Staff members concerned about ethical decision-making should ask for backing from colleagues who want to establish ethical practices with leadership. Reporting the issue to regulatory authorities should become the next step when internal efforts prove ineffective in promoting transparency and holding leaders accountable. The approach enables Lina to conduct ethical behavior that lowers the potential for immediate confrontation. The behavior matches Aristotle's viewpoint about virtue and follows Kant's standards for honesty and Mill's perspective on maximizing advantageous outcomes. Step 7. Monitoring the outcome. Lina must monitor how her ethical actions transform the situation to ensure proper ethical progress. By having leadership acknowledge and revise the funding proposal in full view, the organization achieves positive change because of her concerns. The failure to implement ethical changes as the Green Initiative will force Lina to change her professional path or escalate the issue toward higher organizational levels. In conclusion, Lina's case highlights the importance of ethical decision-making. Raising concerns internally is the best first step, with external reporting as a backup if needed. Financial pressure should never compromise ethical integrity, and organizations must stay true to their core mission. Thank you for listening, and I hope this analysis helps you see how ethics can guide us through complex workplace challenges.